Abuse is a terrible thing. It's something that no one ever asked for. It's got tentacles like an octopus that just reach into all parts of your soul and into your life, and I would use alcohol to deaden the pain. I couldn't make a day without drinking alcohol. One night I was in my house and I got to the point where I just said I had enough, and I loaded up my shotgun and I stuck it on the living room floor, and I was going to kill myself. There just was no reason to go on. Outwardly, I had a good career, had a good family, had a house, but on the inside, there was nothing. Eventually it got to the point where I knew that God needed to be brought in. Through my work, I was able to make a connection with a lady who was a Christian. And so I went with her so that we could bring God into working through some of this stuff. It doesn't come from the alcohol, it doesn't come from me choosing my own form of escape, whatever way that would be. The hope comes from knowing and believing and learning and trusting and learning how to trust and following after the godly people that God has brought into my life that have shown me that God can be trusted. I would just encourage, whether you're young or middle-aged, seek out God. And there is hope. There's hope. I am not a public speaker. Addictions come for different reasons, and mine came because of huge pain in my past. And a way to deaden that pain was to drink alcohol. And it's like was shared with us this morning. The drinking is just the behavior. It's the pain that's inside that is needing to be fixed and healed by God. And when it came to Set Free Ministries, I was so thankful for them to share with me about who I was in Christ, because that is what Neil Anderson does. And that was the beginning of the path of God healing me from the inside out. And the more I learn who I am in Christ, and that that's what changes me. It was just this past year that a friend of mine does little diagrams, and I'm sure you've seen these, where in the middle is the soul or the spirit, and then there's the soul, which is the mind, will, and emotions. There's the thinker, feeler, and chooser, and then there's the body. And I could never understand how we could never be separated from the love of God, because if bad things happened to me, where was God? He must not have loved me. But to know that in the Spirit, where He and I dwell, that even though there was pain done to my body and pain done to my soul, that in my spirit, that nobody ever went there. Evil never went there. That it is there that God and I dwell. And so I'm excited that we're hearing what we're hearing today, and we're all in this process of recognizing and learning and growing in who we are in Christ. So thank you.